I don't know how to keep saying thank you to South Africa at this point, because aside the fact that we are appreciating them for hosting the G20 summit, but it seems like you guys are forgetting so soon the tussle it was for them to host it. Now, come to think of the fact that so many Western powers struggled. They did the most. They created controversy, propaganda around the nation of South Africa. Yes, because they didn't just want South Africa to host this G20 summit, but the South African leaders did not bow down to Western powers. They stood their grounds, they tussled, they fought so hard, and here we are. South Africa is doing their thing. As always, it's not even like it's strange. As always, South Africans are fighters. But there is one thing I really wish we should appreciate South Africans more for. What is that? The fact that they host the G20 summit. And for the record, South Africa is the only African country in the G20. Bear in mind. Bear that in mind. So, aside this fact that they're the only country in the G20 summit, they still go as far as inviting other African leaders. Like, they care about the African brothers and sisters. They'll be like, we are here. We as well want you people to take active part, because we need as well your knowledge, your expertise, your contributions to make a better Africa. We have been crying for a better Africa, and South Africans are literally giving us a platform, because we have seen the Nigerian president being active at the G20 summit. We saw the Namibian president being active. We have seen as well the Angolan president, the prime minister of Egypt, and a couple of other, leaders on this continent being present in the summit. Thank you, Mzansi Africa, because you could still just decide and be like, no, we're going to be selfish with our connections, with our everything, with our resources. We just sit down on everything, and everything needs to benefit just South Africa. But you said, no, we have got African brothers and sisters, and we want them as well to have a platform to express themselves. Thank you so much. Guys, before you want to start saying, oh, South Africa is hosting the G20 summit because white privilege, or there are a few hands of white people who are doing the most, bear in mind that South Africa has the most black millionaires in Africa. So go do your research. Story for another day. Come to think of the fact that South Africa hosted the World Cup in 2010, as far as 2010, when African countries were still, I don't just know. They hosted the BRICS in 2018. In 2018, when African countries are still just like, I don't know, 2025, they are hosting the G20 summit. See, we need to learn how to appreciate people who put in the work, the effort. Above everything that is being said and done about the South African government or the people, they are literally carrying Africa on their backs. They are paving a way for Africa. And thank you, Mzansi Africa. No DNA for sure, just RSA for sure. Mzansi for sure.